I'm trying to figure out how can I come up with topics without being so repetitive. But I just feel like this podcast, like I always say, it's about lessons. It's about speaking truth. It's about honesty. It's about talk about things that people don't talk about on podcasts. So today's segment, I want to talk about, the struggles, your struggles developing your strengths. Mainly just to be clear, the episode is entitled "The Worst Things Are Always the Best Things," and I say that to say your struggle builds characters. The shit you go through builds characters. You may never understand it when it's happening, but later on down the line, you can be like, "Damn, I needed that to understand this. I needed to go through that so I could be better at this. I needed to experience that so I can know which direction to go in my life." And I say I've been through a lot of shit growing up, from losing close friends when I was younger, from not always being disciplined enough, from parents going through things, from family members going through things, from heartbreak, from all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Being trustworthy to somebody and they stab you in the back. I done been through everything I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure all of us have. But all these things are life lessons. We never understand why we in fucked up situations. We never understand why we trust somebody so much. We never understand why we love somebody so much. But when you go through breakups, you go through, being backstabbed, betrayed, you go through struggles within your family that you don't understand. It's all for God to teach you a lesson down the line. Down the line, like me now, I'm 28 years old. Me now, I could look back on my childhood or my upbringing or just things I've been through, and I can say, damn, the reason a lot of people don't get it nowadays because they never went through nothing. A lot of niggas just now want to come outside, just now want to be in the mix, or a few years ago just now want to be in the mix. They don't know that people that really grew up in this shit been losing people since before 15 years old. So I had a best friend, recipes to if you're from the city, Lip, Deontay Rawlins, you know what I'm saying? We all grew up on Wild Place and shit. No secret to that. If you're from the city, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just listen. Like a brother to me, you know what I'm saying? I would come home from elementary school to my grandma's house, and he'd be in there. He didn't really go to school, so like he was a brother to me. But I seen someone so close to me choose a path, and I could have easily chose the same path as him because we tight, we like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was like really like brothers. Like, my family trying to adopt him, like it was really that. And I'm saying all this to just give an example. I seen him go down the path, and I seen him, he lost his life at a young age. I think Lip died at like, shit, he was young. I don't know if he's like 14, 13, something like that, something crazy. I seen that happen at a young age, and it threw me for a loop. That was like the first time in my life I lost like a brother to me that young. So I was younger than him. So if he was like 14, I had to be like 12 or some shit like that. But that threw me for a loop. That showed me like, damn, like I don't want to go down that path. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't watch somebody make the wrong decisions. So it just put me in a very clear space, I'll say, for what me not to do. Like, even another example with my dad. My dad, he been incarcerated most of my life, just like a lot of other black young Americans. He got out when I was grown by then. I probably was like 19, 20 when my father got out of jail. But just all that time lost, like it affected me. It damaged me. I never wanted to admit that type of shit, but it definitely damaged me. But the shit he went through, you know what I'm saying? I learned from it. I learned early in my life, like who I want to be, what I don't want to go through. And I just use other people's experiences to teach me. And sometimes it's fucked up that other people's experiences are the people we love, and it's the worst type of things they going through. But we got to use this shit as lessons. If we don't take the lessons from our past, dude, like there's no point. It's just a waste of a life. You know what I'm saying? We got to take the lessons. So just understand, like, the worst things that can happen to you are also the best things, because this is a long life. We're going to go through a lot of shit. But as we keep going and keep transcending, we got to understand we've been in certain situations before. So we know what to expect. We know what not to do. We know why we go through something. It prepares us, it makes us stronger. My mother laying a great foundation for me and my siblings, helped me to understand what it's like. I'm not a parent yet, but it helps me understand who I want to be as a parent, because she's like a role model to me. So just understand the struggles that you go through is going to lead you later to a better situation, a better mindset, a better soul, a better focus. I I got some friends now, same age as me. Like niggas care about the streets, niggas care about dumb shit, and it just like they don't really get it because they ain't see. I mean, they seeing shit, of course. People going through shit now, of course. But when you get that dose of how shit really is at a young age, you gonna know what type of life you want to live. Ain't no nigga that really grew up in his trenches want to keep living in the trenches. Ain't no nigga that really gave they all and trusted everybody in their crew or trusted everybody around them gonna keep doing that shit unless you earn that trust. This trust is meant to be earned. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go out here trusting anybody just because they got a name or whatever the case may be. Learn from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need to go through shit so we can know shit. And that's just what I'm on today. And I just want to start it out like that. But as always, it's music involved. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be music involved in this shit. So I'm gonna just spin some shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna catch a vibe real quick, man. It's Lil Maul. You listen to Maul in the District, man. Let's get it.
Yeah. You on straight bullshit, man. Yeah. We only going for the face shot. I'm not dead in no beef, boy. I want payback. Any bra that ever curved me, I want payback. Used to breaking niggas' cribs like where the safe at. Felt like Puff Daddy, yeah, you know we gonna take that. I'm from Willow Road, Southeast, where it ain't safe at. Time is money, little nigga, and I cannot waste that. Put a price on his head, my homies bring his head back. Yeah, we only going for the face shot. I done had people let me down, dog, repeatedly. She can't find no nigga better, so it ain't no leaving me. Never been no groupie shit, I'm the only one that's feeding me. Niggas jumping click to click, man, dog, so easily. I'm sizzling, shopping in Switzerland, got white hoes in Michigan. They tap the line through the phone, man, get rid of it. Being broke is a sickness, and a lot of y'all sick as shit. Niggas get killed a rich meal. Streets ain't got no roots for real. My father went to prison, man, he lost a meal. Yeah, that's back before I started rapping this shit. Face running the crib, I got tired of this shit. They running in the crib, they find it, bitch. Recipes, little Chris, they still like they don't even know what happened to him. I don't care what nobody says. Someone push my dog off of that bridge. I got a girl that's addicted to purse, man. I hope she get off of that shit. Nigga play with me, man. I'm going off in this bitch. Rocking products, I came up from poverty. With mother drugs is a whole different side of me. The banana gelato, ain't nobody more high than me. Dior runners, ain't nobody more fat than me. Everything you boys really wanna be. How you go from being here to now sign under me? That bitch she don't me. Next day she wanna come give me some company. Try and be what these niggas try and be wannabes. I can't with you if I get a jam, you gon' run to me. Product of my vibe and shit that they done to me. Remember these bitches just try to make fun of me. Now I got some fun. She like you coming me. Police get behind me like boy don't run at me. I don't consist of circ. I got a gun on me, nigga. We only going for the face shot. I'm not getting no beef, boy. I want payback. Any bra that ever curved me, I want payback. Used to breaking niggas' cribs like where the safe at. Felt like Puff Daddy, yeah, you know we gonna take that. I'm from Willow Road, Southeast, where it ain't safe at. Time is money, Lord, nigga, and I cannot waste that. Put a price on his head, my homies bring his head back. Yeah, we only going for the face shot, face shot, face shot, face shot, face shot.
Yo. Shit, I was muted. Goddamn. Shout my nigga, recipes my nigga Marcus, man. I know you would love that record for sure. But it's a few quotes that I read on a daily basis about certain things that I talk about, and I just want to recite a couple. Just, you know, if people don't do their research or people don't try to help themselves, this is a platform where I feel as though, you know, you can just get insight on some things. The hardships that I encountered in the past will help me succeed in the future. And I feel like everybody should relate to that. I feel like everybody should understand that what we go through is going to shape us to who we become. That's 100% facts. You know what I'm saying? A person that really don't know no hardships won't understand or be appreciative of what they're going to get out of life. You got to understand what you go through. Understand that this shit is meant to build you. And it's all about just doing something with the pain, man. You got to do something with it. You can't just go through stuff and not look at stuff as a lesson and just be down about it. Understand it's shaping you in some type of way or form, you know. When hardships come into your life, it breaks you for a while, but when it's done with you, you evolve into a new person. And I'm a soul like example of that. Like anybody that know me know this was not my mindset a few years ago. Far from it, way far from it. But I didn't learn, I didn't been through stuff, and I chose to heal. I chose to come out of all my shit a better man. Like still go through shit to this day, still make mistakes to this day. But I understand like all this is just to help me later on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let my current me or my current problems or my current situations not shape me into the person I want to be. So I understand the best thing sometimes is to go through shit so I could be good later on. And that's just something that we all, you know, can relate to, and we all can touch on. Even with, like, I look at people nowadays, like, this may sound crazy, and people probably be like, man, what the fuck is he talking about? But I feel like the most inspiring person is I think Kanye said this shit. We both Geminis, birthdays 2 days apart, so the similarity is there. I'm not saying I'm like Kanye or anything, but I definitely relate to what he's saying. But sometimes the most inspiring people are people that had nothing, people that's homeless, people that don't have nothing. Because we always look like, damn, how they get there? Damn, how they get there? But a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, they're internally, they're happy. You know what I'm saying? They know they didn't get what they wanted out of life. They know they not going at the pace that they predicted. Life just turned them upside down. But a lot of them found peace within themselves. A lot of them found guidance in where they self. A lot of them, you know, I'm not gonna say they accepted that that they're homeless or that they fell off or that they're struggling. But a lot of them, they deal with it, but internally they're still uplifting. I remember I met a homeless man when I used to live in Florida. For like a little bit, like in 2012, 2013. And I met him, and he was from DC. And I'm like, damn, man, how the hell are you from DC and you all in Florida? You homeless, man? Like, how this happened? And to this day, I remember this conversation. Shout out Diz. He was there with me. I went out there for him anyway. But we was out there and shit. And he told me, he was like, man, it ain't about my story. You know, it's about what I learned from it. It's about, you know, that I still look at life, and I'm still so grateful for this life. And I'm looking at him like, bro, you from the city. You in Florida. You don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? This back when I think of I had my own mindset, my old mindset, my bad. I talk pretty fast, but I had my old mindset, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you in a whole different city. Like, what are you talking about? How you can even speak positive? But ain't no telling what that man been through. But at the end of the day, after everything, you know what I'm saying? I hope everything's okay with him to this day, God willing. He still was internally fine with himself. He was cool, and I'm just like, damn. Most people like us, we can have stuff. We can have roof over our head, bed, food, all that. But people out here not knowing where their next meal gonna come from, but they still more happier than you. And that's because we don't learn from shit. We don't take ourselves and hold ourselves accountable for shit. So just let let yourself go through life, but learn from it. You know what I'm saying? I had situations. I'm not gonna get in nothing too personal, but I had situations with my parents and their health and certain things like that, and it felt like the whole world was crashing on me. It was crashing. It was just like the worst, darkest time I could ever possibly have in my life. It was wild. And I can say my folks, they learned from what they went through. They learned from, you know, health. They learn, you know, why is it so important to take care of yourself? It's all, God always gonna give you a learning experience to save you, you know. And everyone don't have that luxury. Sometimes people go through stuff and it be deadly. It be, you know, it be fatal. But even with that, you gotta learn to say, hey, life is precious. We only get one of these things. You know what I'm saying? I always say we all lost a lot of people. And I look at that as a lesson as well. Like, damn, like rest in peace, Trick. I'm looking at a picture of us right now on my wall, and I think about my brother every day. But I know how much he wanted to live life. I know how much he was dedicated to his craft. I know how much he was pushing himself. So I got to take that responsibility to say, hey, bro, go harder. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this shit for him. You know, you got to, yeah, his death hurt. Yeah, niggas fucked up off of it. But you got to let that shape us to be a better us. So just understand that and just let yourself go through them emotions and learn something from it. Let something good come out of it instead of just, you know, saying life ain't fair, or life is this, life is that. Like, nah, man, learn from this shit. You know, you lose your way or you break through the hardships and play well. You know, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose your way in this shit. Like, just continue to be grateful and continue to say, man, okay, what I'm going through is just a lesson to shape me for later. You know, a lot of people know me for a guy that could be very inconsiderate of the people's feelings. I don't really touch on relationships and shit. I leave that for like the woman and all that probably want to come on here and speak on it. But I'm gonna just speak on heartbreak. Like, there's been times in my life I got my heart broken and shit like that, believe it or not. But yeah, like, I learned from it. It's like, damn, like, a lot of them situations may be, oh, this one right woman for me, or a lot of them situations may be, I got some shit to work on. I'm not man enough to deal with a relationship. I'm not man enough to take on and hold somebody else, hold myself accountable for somebody else's feelings. I'm not ready to take on certain shit. So I had to learn from that. I had to grow from that. And the person I'm becoming now and the person that I'm pushing and striving myself to be it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Because who wants to have a temporary change? Who wants to say, oh man, I learned or I adjusted, but it be temporarily. You really have to learn your lesson out here. You really have to shape yourself and understand everything is for a reason. So, just keep learning, keep letting yourself go through the motions, and just keep believing in that God is putting you through certain things for a certain reason. I'm hurt that a lot of people don't do that. I'm hurt that a lot of people, they just take what they go through and bitch and moan about it. And it's just like, you missing the whole fucking point. You're missing the whole fucking point. The whole fucking point is for you to learn. This shit ain't happening because it's happening. It's happening to teach you. It's happening to shape you. It's happening to mold you. I believe it's the flaws that make us interesting. Our backgrounds, our hardships. A lot of people that win championships or become the biggest sports mogul or Olympics, whatever, people don't know what they went through to get them to this point. And a lot of times when they become these champions or these world famous idols, it's because they push themselves, because they've been through so much. So you got to use that pain, use them lessons, use all that shit to get you where you want to go. Whatever. I ain't really get through all the quotes that I read, so I just recite a few more. Let's see. While I look for this, I just want to say, whoever tuning in, I appreciate it. This is definitely just me just ranting about what I think is important instead of all the other shit that people talk about. Fuck it, man. I ain't reading no quotes. I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, just learn to learn, man. We all going through shit. We all dealing with shit. We all feel like the world is crashing in on us. We all feel like we don't deserve the short end of the stick. We all feel like we gave it our all with people, with jobs, with passion, with careers, or with ourselves. But we gotta learn from it, man. It ain't not one lesson that I'm gonna go through that I'm not gonna say, man, this was the reason. This was the reason. Like, I'm gonna learn from that shit. I'm gonna understand myself. I'm gonna understand why God did this for me. It's a lot of days it was dark, it was cloudy, I didn't get it. But later on down the line, I'm like, damn, I went through that so I don't make this mistake. Or I went through that so I can know when I'm in this situation what to do. I went through that so when I do, have a wife or something and then we go through this, I already was that person that didn't get it. Now I'm that person that understands. My clarity is different. My vision is different. I've grown. We can't be who the fuck we was forever. It's not realistic. Like, niggas got to get out of that shit. Get out of that shit, bro. It's over. You know what I'm saying? The past is over. It's done. What we went through is done. Learn from it. Learn from it. Become a better you. We're not here on this earth for a certain time. We're not here on this earth for a certain phase in our life or certain moments in our life. A lot of niggas still stuck in high school. A lot of niggas still stuck in the I guess, quote unquote, the glory days. Bro, learn from that shit, bro. We not that no more. You know what I'm saying? We gotta transcend. It's time for us to teach the next generation. It's time for us to start uplifting and start building and start doing our part. We're not here forever. So I just think it's important for us to learn through everything we've been through. It's important for us to trust God lessons. It's important for us to just take it all in and say it's for the better judgment of me. I really believe that. Like, I don't care. I done been through enough to understand whatever I go through now, I know it's for the greater good later on. So that's just my message to everybody today. Just learn from everything you're going through. The worst things are always the best things. 100%. 100%. Don't complain when somebody walk out on you. Don't complain when a job fire you. Don't complain when you lack motivation. Don't complain when people going through what they going through and they close to you. Understand it's a lesson. It's always a way around what the problem is. You just gotta be open-minded enough, mature enough, and honest enough to understand that's the situation. And always, man, talk to God, any given time of what you're going through, anything. I'm not telling people to just put their problems and their issues on the back burner and just tough it out and put on thick skin. I'm not saying that, but just be open. Like, man, 2 years from now, you will understand. You be like, damn, I went through that. So I can know, I can learn, like now I'm to the point in my life where I feel as though mentally, I guess from my surroundings, I'm so far ahead. I mean, I ain't gonna shit up here and shit on people like it always been like that. Like I have been a person that always kind of thought differently from my surroundings, but just on some real life shit, I kind of think differently. It's just like when I talk to my friends and shit, like we all, and my friends, they just as smart and just as open-minded as me. No knock to them, but I definitely let niggas know, like, bro, you just gotta learn from that. You gotta just understand that, like, what you went through that year or 2 years ago, 3 years ago, look at where you at now. You learn from that. You never go put yourself in that situation again. So that's just my message to you guys today is the worst things are sometimes the best things, and learn from this shit, you know. This little mall, you listen to Mall in the District, and damn, I've been getting tongue twisted like a motherfucker, dog. I gotta slow down on this bitch. This little mall, you listening to Mall in the District, man, and the worst things are sometimes the best things. So just learn from it, man. See y'all in the next one. Straight up.